Good morning, everybody. So this is a start here video. It's to let you know where to get started to do your work for this week. We are looking at the week of September 14th through the 18th. So that will be this coming Monday. I am already in Google Classroom and I am looking at a list of assignments here in front of me for the week. Okay. Notice here, it says start here virtual students. This is where I will add this video. This video will be listed here. Later next week, when we have our live Google Meet and we record it, which will include us going over these directions as well as reading our story aloud and discussing it in class, that will also be posted right here. So this is where you would find those videos. And what you want to do, hopefully you're starting here, is with this first start video. Now, the second thing I've got posted here, this will be like a 1. So this A, as you see, 1B, homework for virtual students. This is for you guys at home, okay? So you have to, just like the students in class, you have to read aloud our particular story. Our story can be found here in the PDFs, where last week I hope you found your story for prepared for smallpox, which is right there. We read this, okay? There was part of your questions that you answered in your digital binder. Now we're starting this magazine article, A Killer Without a Cure. We have pictures here. Can doctors stop this deadly disease? And it will pick up here with the story. We will be reading this story out loud. So I'm not going to read it here at this moment. But this is the story that you're going to need to read. You can either join us in the live Google Meet and say hi to Miss Stone when you get in and read along with us. So the first time I read it while everyone listens. The second time I read it leaving out words, and the class and you would join in and after as following along, read the words that I leave out. Then the third time we read it all together, everyone out loud at one time. It seems a little loud, but as I've told my in-class students, in order to become a better reader, your brain needs to hear you read. And no one likes to read out loud by themselves. So we read it all together out loud so our brain hears ourselves and we're really not hearing what anybody else is saying, reading, or whatever. And it's one of those ways to improve our reading. So that's why I really encourage you to try to join us if you can during that time period and do your reading. Because otherwise, you do get to read it by yourself. You will read it and you will have to record yourself reading it at least one time all the way through. Okay. And I have shown on this particular homework exactly where you can do your reading out loud. Now, when you read, it'll be this page through the story. We will go to the next. Here's some reading that we will do there. Okay. So that's your two sections that you would be reading aloud with us. All right. Now I will come back to that in just a second. Oops. I want to go back out of this. So this is your homework where you have to read either with us and Miss Stone listening and seeing you, that you're reading with us, or you have to record yourself reading. Okay. The ways you can record yourself reading, you can use your phone to send the recording by email. You can open this document, what I just opened, and then you can actually use the Screencastify, which is this button that you have up here, and it will have the page, and you just go through the page, and it records you reading. I showed you how to do this last week with your assignment. In case you've forgotten, here's how to do that. Okay. Now, if you do not wish to wait for us and you want to do your own reading and you want to do your own recording, that's fine. But if it would help you to hear this read, you also have up here an extension. This is Read and Write, and this will be a PDF reader, and this is the one you'll actually have to use, okay? I have given you the directions on how to set that up and use that, but you can use it. And we have to do that because it's a PDF. PDF, Notice it says PDF under that one particularly. Now, it is not the most entertaining of listening, but I will do a quick let you listen. So if I go here, I need to go to the page that I want. It does not like some of these odd pages. I'll just tell you, like this page, it would read, but it would be better to go ahead and just start in the article. Okay. Your might have, it says open with, it might let you have that. I don't have it here. I've tried to add it. So I have to go and click the PDF. It's going to say open from Google Drive is where I have to open it. I have been trying with this. So I'm going to have to sign back in. So it says, who's using this? This is me. All right. Once I'm here, I have to go find it. Now, you might have all of yours where you can see the things that you've opened up. This is all my folders, and it's just kind of all mixed in. So the easiest thing for me to do is type the name that was off of that, which if I went back, it said Killer Plagues, right? WS2, and I can click on that. Okay. And now we're in this, and if I click play.
1. Human body T0. It kills in a matter of days. Worst of all, Ebola has no cure. Ebola is one of the most dangerous diseases in the world. It's highly contagious. It spreads from person to person in a matter of minutes. It kills in a matter of days. Worst of all, Ebola has no cure. Ebola first struck in 1976.
I thought I was going to pause there. Here we go. You get the idea. This is how it would work, and you could go through and you can listen to the story as well. All right. So just showing you that. So now I'm going to get back into. So that is for our virtual students. You're going to need to do one of those options. Either tune in with us, listen to us read together and join us, or you're going to have to do that on your own, reading it yourself or listening to a reader, and then recording yourself reading it. Okay? After we have done our reading, we're down to our last couple of things to do. None of these should take that long. Your first is bell ringers. Now, in order to do your bell ringers and your motivational writing and the questions about the reading that we just did, all of those are found in that Google Slides digital binder that you opened last week, which is why it's not posted here, because you already own it. What you need to do is go open a new tab. You will go to your waffle. You will go to your slides. You are looking at different slides, and if you have more than one, things will be open. So you need to find yours will be this one right here. This is what we showed you last week. This would be yours. You have already put some work in there, because if you did this, you did the practice bell ringers right there, right? And then we had these questions to answer from the smallpox article last week. You are on this, and please notice, right? Okay, that we have, whoops, I might be in the different one. Hold on. Let me skip to it. Yes. Go to the one that has the date, 9/14. Yours should have that in there. And it'll say, give a synonym for the new vocabulary words expose and infect. What disease is discussed in Killer Without a Cure? Where did the outbreak originate, and where did they send the samples? 4, what did the team do when they received the samples? And 5, according to the text, what are the symptoms of this disease? Remember what we're asking you to do, because if you start typing in this, it's going to go off the page, is that you need to go to slide. You need to put in a new slide now right after it, and then you need to answer. Be sure you put today's date in here so that we know, and you answer 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that will be completed. Okay? Now back to your assignment. You want to hit turn in once you've done that there. You go to your motivational writing. Okay? You're still in this binder. Jump down to your motivational writing. Okay? I can always find it pretty easy. It says motivational writing there. That's the one that you wrote for last week, September 7th through the 11th. And you were to write here. So your next writing is this. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. At this point, your directions. Answer one or more of these questions below. Responses must be no less than, I think that says 50 words, right? So maybe 30 words. Explain the meaning of the quote in your own words. Write about a time you were either braver, stronger, or smarter than you thought you could be. Do you believe in the quote? Why or why not? Do you like this quote? Why or why not? Take one or more of those and talk about that. That is your motivational writing. It's a quick write. Shouldn't take more than 5 or 10 minutes. This is not a 2 or 3 page story. This is a short writing that you are to do. Back in classroom, then you would click that you've turned that in when you have done that. And then you have questions over the reading. Again, digital binder. It's all right here. Go down past all the little motivational writings and you will get to questions and vocabulary. Vocabulary was the week of August 31st homework. Many of you were doing that last week. Here's the questions, right, for smallpox that we did last week. Here was a place for you to do the answer. Now here's questions for killer without a cure. There's 9 questions. You'll answer in the slides. If you need to, you can make an additional slide. If you can put like 4 or 5 of your answers here and then add a slide to that, okay? So you can go through and see. Number 1, what is this article mostly about? Number 2, would you rather investigate diseases in a laboratory or treat patients in a hospital? Why? Identify 5 signal words or phrases that help you understand the sequence of events in days 1 through 3 Kikwit. So just in that little section, what were 5 words that let us know what's happening first, second, third, or first, then, after, next, right? Fill in the blanks with the correct sequence of events for days 6 through 7 in Atlanta. First they, then they, next, 24 hours later, immediately. So you are adding out beside these sentences the rest. 5, propose 2 safety measures that could help keep deadly illnesses like Ebola from spreading through our community. 6, how did the first victim of Ebola probably contract the disease? 7, how would you feel if you were part of the cleanup team at the hospital in Kikwit? 8, in 1 or 2 sentences, summarize the topic and important details in days 8 through 12. So just that little section. What is that section only about? 9, list the 4 important events in order and explain how the medical team contained the Ebola virus in the sections days 8 through 12 Kikwit and days 13 through 50 Kikwit. Remember to use transition words first, next, then, and finally. Okay? That is your 3 assignments that you will do after you do your reading. So these 9 questions, this 5 to 10 minute quick write. And am I in the right spot? Oh, got to go up one more. And these bell ringers for 1 through 5. Bell ringers, 1 for each day of the week. Okay, folks? When you get back here and you have completed those activities, that is all you're doing until we start the reading software. We're hoping in the next 2 weeks to have that software up and running, and then we will get you started in it. At that point, the goal is that you'll be comfortable putting these into your digital binder. You'll be comfortable with your recording, your reading. So all of this really should not take us 20, 30 minutes. This should not take more than 20, 30 minutes max, and we will have this done, and then we will be putting in our time on the software. All right, folks, I hope you have a good week. Remember, if you have questions, if you do not know what to do, you must let us know. You are supposed to email us, so you have us in your email list. Some of you who have phones, you sent us a text, so you can send a question through a text. You can post a comment here in the Google Classroom. You can contact us that way as well. And you have a Remind. If you signed up for Remind, you also can send us a question in Remind. Remember, questions, we have answers. Let us know. Also, next Friday at 1 o'clock, every Friday, 1 o'clock, we will be doing a quick Google Meet where you can just hop on, say hi, and ask your questions there in person with Miss Stone and myself. All right, folks, hopefully we'll see you at the Google Live meet, or we will see you in class next week.